Welcome back. Today, we explore some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. Today, we're diving into the world of silver Kennedy half-dollar coins that could potentially make you a millionaire. First up, the 1983 silver Kennedy half-dollar is part of a long and storied legacy of the Kennedy series, which has been captivating numismatists since its introduction in 1964. This particular coin, however, stands out from the rest due to its rare D-error mint mark. The Kennedy half-dollar, originally struck in 90% silver from 1964 until 1970, was transitioned to a 40% silver composition in subsequent years. In 1983, a coin collector's dream emerged, making this issue even more significant. To understand the importance of the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar, we must first look back at the coin's history. Introduced in 1964 to honor the late President John F. Kennedy after his assassination, the Kennedy half-dollar became an iconic representation of both the nation's sorrow and hope. For nearly 2 decades, this coin was struck in 90% silver, making it highly valuable both for its content and its symbolism. However, after the Coinage Act of 1965, the United States Mint began reducing the silver content in half-dollars due to rising metal costs. The Kennedy series continued with a 40% silver composition until 1970, after which the minting process shifted to a copper-nickel-clad version. In 1983, the Kennedy half-dollar was minted once again, but with a crucial difference. This year marked the first time that a truly rare error occurred. Some of the coins in circulation featured a strange mistake in the minting process, leading to what collectors refer to as the D-error mint. Mark the obverse of the 1983 Kennedy half-dollar features the profile of President Kennedy, as designed by Gilroy Roberts. This design, showing Kennedy facing left, has been one of the most enduring and memorable presidential profiles in U.S. coinage history. The reverse of the coin, designed by Frank Gasparro, depicts the presidential seal with the eagle holding arrows and an olive branch. The 1983 variant saw subtle modifications with the date clearly visible and a distinctive mint mark, the crucial D error. The most defining feature of this coin is, of course, the D error mint mark. A common mistake during the minting process led to some coins being struck with an incorrect or misaligned D mint mark, adding a rare collectible twist to the series. In 1983, the United States Mint produced a significant number of Kennedy half-dollars. However, only a small number of these coins featured the D-error mint mark, making them an extremely rare and valuable find in the marketplace. While the exact mintage numbers are difficult to confirm for these error coins, estimates suggest that the number of coins struck with the D error could be in the hundreds or lower. When we talk about market value, we're not just referring to the silver content or basic collector interest. The rarity of this specific error coin has pushed its value far beyond that of the typical 1983 Kennedy half-dollar, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for a coin in fine condition. Coins in this category, particularly those that are well-preserved and verified as having the D error, can fetch prices anywhere between $58,000 in the current market, depending on the overall condition and specific characteristics of the coin. However, if the coin is in top-tier condition, such as in MS 65 or higher grades, the price can soar upwards of $99,500. Coins with the D error are especially sought after by serious Kennedy half-dollar collectors, with some even seeking to complete their sets with this rare anomaly. Its collector interest remains strong due to its historical significance and the fascinating story behind the minting mistake. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that deviate from the standard design or production process, and errors like the D mint mark issue represent some of the most highly sought-after anomalies in the coin collecting world. This coin's rarity combined with its high demand in the marketplace ensures that it remains a valuable asset for both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. Next up, the 1972 large date with a small D mint mark. This coin, despite being struck in the same year as the 1983 piece we just discussed, has its own set of unique features that distinguish it in the world of numismatics. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar was part of the continued effort to mint coins in a manner that honored the late President Kennedy's legacy, while also adhering to the changing needs of the U.S. Mint and American currency. By the time 1972 arrived, the Kennedy half dollar was no longer produced with the 40% silver composition that had been used for the years following 1964. The 1972 issue, like others in the series post-1970, was minted with a clad copper-nickel composition, meaning it contained no silver at all. While the 1972 series was produced in large numbers, it's the small but significant variation of the D mint mark that caught the attention of collectors. The error in question is not nearly as glaring as the D error in the 1983 coin, but it's still highly prized among those who specialize in error coins. The design of the 1972 Kennedy half dollar follows the same pattern set by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo in earlier years. The obverse, showing the profile of President Kennedy, remains unchanged from earlier designs, while the reverse showcases the presidential seal. The key distinction in this coin, however, is the mint mark, where some of these coins display an unusually small D mint mark that deviates from the expected size. The coin's design itself does not differ drastically from other years in terms of visual elements, but the size and positioning of the mint mark is what makes it so intriguing to collectors. As mentioned earlier, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar was minted in large quantities. Millions of coins were produced for circulation. However, not all of these coins were created equal. A significant number of these coins were struck with a small D mint mark, which is considered an error due to the discrepancy in size. This small mint mark was a result of a misalignment or improper die, causing a visually smaller D mint mark than the standard size. Despite the fact that the mint mark issue is subtle, the rarity of this error adds value to the coin. The actual number of these small D coins is unclear, but it is generally considered a rare enough error to increase the value for collectors. While the 1972 large date with small D mint mark is not as expensive as its 1983 counterpart, its value still remains solid in the market. Typically, coins in good condition are valued between $200,000, but their price can jump significantly if they are in better condition or have been verified through professional grading services. For coins in pristine condition, such as those graded MS-65 or higher, the price can reach up to $300,000 or more. Collectors are especially interested in these small mint mark coins because of the rarity of the error and its historical context. They're particularly valuable for those putting together a comprehensive collection of Kennedy half dollars, as it serves as an important variation in the series. Although not as heavily sought after as some other errors in the Kennedy half dollar series, the 1972 large date with small D mint mark holds a significant place in the world of coin collecting. As a rare variant of the Kennedy half dollar, it appeals to collectors who are dedicated to collecting every possible variation of the series. The error's subtlety is part of its charm, and as such, it commands a high degree of respect and interest among collectors who specialize in mint mark errors. Next up, the 1973 silver Kennedy half dollar is part of the series minted during the years when the coin's silver content was reduced, making it a coin of both historical and numismatic significance. By this time, the United States had already shifted away from a gold and silver standard, and the Kennedy half dollar was being minted to commemorate the former president's legacy, with Kennedy's profile proudly displayed on the obverse. The large date variation of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar is distinguished by the distinct size and design of the numbers on the date. Collectors seek this specific variation due to its unique features. With no mint mark on the coin, it is evident that the piece was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, where all unmarked coins were traditionally struck. The 1973 series also features a change in the design of the reverse side. The original reverse, featuring a heraldic eagle, was retained for most of the series, but some later years featured a different design due to increasing calls for a redesign. However, the design on the 1973 large date without mint mark still maintains the iconic eagle holding an olive branch, symbolic of peace, and a bundle of arrows, representing strength. The 1973 Kennedy half dollar is considered a key date for collectors. Its value can vary widely based on its condition, mint mark, and whether it features any rare errors. For coins struck in circulated condition, values can start at lower prices, but they still hold significant interest in the marketplace due to their status as part of the Kennedy series. Coins in uncirculated or higher grades can fetch much higher prices. As of today, in circulated condition, the 1973 large date without a mint mark generally trades for anywhere from $88,000 in numismatic circles. However, its price can be significantly higher if the coin is in better condition or if it features particular attributes such as toning or higher silver content due to its 40% silver composition. The demand for the 1973 Kennedy half dollar has remained steady among collectors. Many enthusiasts actively search for coins in both uncirculated and high-grade circulated condition. The total mintage for the 1973 Kennedy half dollar was 59,060,000, making it one of the more common dates in the series. Despite this relatively high mintage number, specific variations, such as those with errors or those in pristine condition, can command much higher values. Another factor affecting the value of the coin is the growing interest in historical U.S. coins. As the 1973 Kennedy half dollar is part of a series dedicated to President Kennedy, the interest in this coin is also driven by the broader fascination with Kennedy's life and legacy, as well as the popularity of the coin itself as an enduring part of American history. The obverse of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar features a portrait of President John F. Kennedy. This iconic design was created by artist Gilroy Roberts, and it has remained one of the most recognized images on U.S. coinage. The simplicity and elegance of the portrait, along with the inscription Liberty and the year 1973 in large numbers, make it a visually striking coin. The large date variation of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar is easily distinguishable by the size of the numbers in the date. The large numbers, when compared to other years in the series, make it stand out and give it a distinct visual appeal. This subtle variation, although seemingly insignificant to some, is a key feature for collectors who search for small differences in design to add to their collection. Errors are a significant factor in determining the value of any coin, and the 1973 Kennedy half dollar is no exception. While errors such as double dies or incorrect planchets are rarer in this series, they do occur, and they are highly sought after by collectors. For the 1973 series, one of the most interesting errors is the possibility of a die clash, which occurs when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planche in between. This can lead to the transfer of design elements from the opposite side of the coin, creating an unusual and unique appearance. Such errors can increase the value of the coin dramatically, with some error coins fetching several $100s or more in auctions. Collectors are particularly interested in coins that exhibit these rare features or that have a historical connection to significant events like the assassination of President Kennedy. Many numismatists seek out rare variations of the Kennedy half dollar, and coins that are in excellent condition or feature interesting errors often see the highest bids at auctions. Additionally, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar continues to be a popular choice among collectors who focus on presidential coins, as well as those who are looking to complete a full set of Kennedy half dollars from 1964 to the present. Its place in American history only adds to its appeal. Next up, the Kennedy half dollar, which had already undergone changes in composition in the early 1970s, continued to be produced throughout the 1980s. The 1980 silver Kennedy half dollar was struck as part of the U.S. Mint's ongoing efforts to provide circulating coins for the public. While the coin was not as popular as the previous year's issues, it still carried the legacy of President Kennedy and continued to be minted with the same design elements introduced in 1964. In the 1980s, the minting of half dollars was less frequent, as the coin was not used as regularly in everyday transactions. The Kennedy half dollar series, however, remained an important part of U.S. coinage, and the 1980 issue stands out due to the error associated with the D mint mark. The 1980 Kennedy half dollar with the D mint mark error is one of the most fascinating variations in the series. Typically, coins struck at the Denver Mint feature a small D mint mark to indicate their origin. However, in some cases, A minting error occurred where the D mint mark was improperly stamped or appeared in a different location on the coin, making it highly collectible. While the Kennedy half-dollar series from the 1980s is generally not known for commanding the high prices seen in earlier years, the 1980 with the D mint mark error is a rare exception. The typical value for a 1980 Kennedy half-dollar in good condition falls within a relatively low price range, but the error variation can fetch prices far higher, depending on the severity and location of the error. In the general market, a 1980 Kennedy half-dollar without an error is worth approximately $48,000 in good defined condition. However, when it comes to the error version, collectors can expect to pay anywhere from $50,000 to several $100s, especially if the error is noticeable and well documented. The 1980 series had a total mintage of approximately 42 million coins, with a relatively low percentage of errors being found. This contributes to the rarity and desirability of the error coin, which can be found with a variety of minting mistakes. Additionally, as interest in coin collecting continues to grow, the value of such rare and unusual pieces has only risen in recent years. The 1980 Kennedy half-dollar retains the iconic design that was first introduced in 1964. The obverse features a portrait of President John F. Kennedy by artist Gilroy Roberts, and the reverse continues to display the heraldic eagle, a symbol of the United States. However, the minting error on the 1980 coin is of particular interest to collectors. These errors range from misplaced mint marks to other anomalies in the design, and it's these unusual features that help drive the value of the coin. The 1980 version is known for its distinctive large date, and this provides a clear identifier for collectors who specialize in Kennedy half-dollar series. Errors are a key feature of many valuable coins, and the 1980 Kennedy half-dollar with the D error mint mark is no exception. The error occurs when the mint mark is stamped improperly, leading to a misplaced or doubled mint mark, which is a unique and highly collectible characteristic. These errors are rare, and when one is found, it can be quite valuable, depending on the quality of the error and the condition of the coin. Error coins are often coveted by collectors because they represent a mistake in the minting process, making them one-of-a-kind items that are not easily replicated. Next up, the 1988 silver Kennedy half-dollar with a P error mint mark is one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in the history of U.S. coinage. This coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically doesn't feature a mint mark on coins from this facility. However, this particular coin contains an error that adds significant value for collectors. The error occurs due to an unusual P mint mark being stamped onto the coin, a mark that was never intended to be part of the design. To understand why this coin is so valuable, let's take a look at its history. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964 following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin was designed by artist Gilroy Roberts, featuring a profile of Kennedy on the obverse, and the reverse shows the presidential seal with an eagle. The coin was initially made from 90% silver, but was later reduced to 40% silver in 1965 to help with the country's silver shortage. Fast forward to 1988, a period in U.S. coinage when the government was minting millions of Kennedy half-dollars, with most of them being used for circulation. The error mint mark on the 1988 coin is quite unique because, traditionally, Philadelphia coins were minted without any mint mark, and coins from the Denver Mint were marked with a D. But due to a minting oversight, some 1988 coins were stamped with a P mint mark, which was a rare occurrence that was not supposed to happen at that time. Today, this error coin commands a premium price in the market. Despite its circulated condition, the rarity of the minting error boosts its value. In recent auction sales, this coin has sold for several $100s in circulated condition. The value fluctuates depending on the condition of the coin, but even in lower grades, collectors are willing to pay a substantial amount for this unique error piece. If it were in higher grades, it could easily fetch over $100,000 or more, as collectors are drawn to the rarity and historical importance of such minting mistakes. The demand for this coin comes from collectors who are passionate about mint errors. Error coins hold a special place in numismatic history because they represent the occasional mistakes made during the production process. These errors are rare, and finding one in good condition is like finding a hidden gem. The 1988 Kennedy half dollar with the P-era mint mark is considered one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the category of U.S. mint mistakes. The mintage of the 1988 Kennedy half dollar was high, with over 20 million coins being struck. However, only a small fraction of these coins feature the P-era mint mark, making them incredibly rare. Coin collectors and investors alike focus on these rare minting anomalies, knowing that the fewer the coins with errors, the higher the potential for value growth in the market. The design of the 1988 Kennedy half dollar is identical to its predecessors, with the obverse showcasing the bust of President John F. Kennedy. This portrait was created by Gilroy Roberts and remains one of the most recognizable images in American numismatics. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the presidential seal with an eagle holding an olive branch and arrows. While the design itself is consistent with other Kennedy half dollars, the addition of the P mint mark, which shouldn't have been there, is what sets this coin apart. Collectors are particularly interested in this coin because of the error involving the mint mark. The P mint mark was supposed to appear only on coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint after 1980, but this particular coin slipped through the cracks and made its way into circulation. The error makes this coin an important piece of history, as it reflects the imperfections of the minting process. The Kennedy half dollar with the P error, mint mark, has become a highly sought-after coin for both seasoned collectors and new enthusiasts alike. Because the coin was minted for circulation, most of the available examples are found in circulated condition. However, even in circulated grades, the value is significantly higher than that of a regular 1988 Kennedy half dollar. The rarity and the error contribute to the increasing interest in this coin. As a result, the 1988 silver Kennedy half dollar with the P mint mark error has become a prime example of a coin that is not only rare, but also holds immense historical value. It's a perfect investment for any collector looking to add a rare error coin to their collection, or for those interested in high-value coins from the U.S. Mint. Next up, the 1984 silver Kennedy half dollar with the D over P error mint mark is another prized coin for collectors, thanks to its rarity and distinctive error. Unlike typical half dollars, this coin features an unusual overstruck mint mark, where the D mint mark is stamped over the P mint mark on the coin's reverse. This error occurred due to a minting mistake where two different mint marks were unintentionally applied, making this particular coin a true anomaly in U.S. coinage. To fully appreciate the significance of the 1984 D over P Kennedy half dollar, we must first understand the history of the Kennedy half dollar series. As mentioned earlier, this coin was introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. It was designed by Gilroy Roberts, with the intention of replacing the Franklin half dollar in circulation. By 1984, the U.S. Mint had shifted the focus from mass production to catering to collectors, and the Kennedy half dollar was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins from Philadelphia typically did not have a mint mark, while those struck at Denver bore the D mint mark. However, the 1984 D over P error occurred when a coin intended for Philadelphia had been stamped with both a P and a D mint mark. Much like the 1988 P error coin, the 1984 D over P error coin is highly valuable due to its rarity and the unique error. In circulated condition, this coin still commands a high premium because of the double mint mark. In fact, many collectors seek this coin out because the overstruck mint marks are a fascinating feature that sets it apart from any other coin in the Kennedy series. Depending on the condition, this coin can fetch anywhere from a few $100s to over $1,000s. Coins in uncirculated or higher grades can see prices rise significantly, especially if the error is particularly prominent and clear. The 1984 D over P error coin is a perfect example of how rare minting errors can transform an otherwise common coin into a treasure for collectors. The 1984 Kennedy half dollar had a relatively high mintage, with millions of coins produced. However, the number of coins with the D over P error is quite limited, making them a rare find. The exact number of error coins produced remains unclear. but it's believed that only a small percentage of the 1984 coins minted contain this unique double mint mark error. This rarity is what drives the coin's market value and fuels its demand among collectors. Like the 1988 coin, the 1984 Kennedy half dollar features the iconic design of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse. The reverse features the presidential seal, with the eagle clutching an olive branch and arrows. The most notable feature of this coin, however, is the error on the reverse. The D mint mark is clearly visible over the P mint mark, which creates a fascinating visual effect for collectors who appreciate minting errors. The D over P error on the 1984 coin is a particularly striking mistake that stands out in the world of error coins. Error coins, especially those with overstruck mint marks, are highly prized because they're a clear indication of a manufacturing flaw that was never intended to happen. Collectors love these anomalies because they make each coin unique. The 1984 D over P Kennedy half dollar is particularly desirable because the minting error is visible and easy to spot, which is one reason why it attracts so much attention. As with other error coins, the value of this piece lies not only in its rarity, but also in its appeal to collectors who appreciate the quirks and flaws of U.S. coinage. Next up, the United States Silver Bicentennial. Kennedy half dollar is not just a coin, it's a symbol of American history and pride. The coin was released in 1976 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the United States independence. This coin features a special design that differs from the regular Kennedy half dollar, making it unique and highly coveted by collectors. In 1776, the United States declared its independence from Great Britain, and 200 years later, the nation celebrated its bicentennial. The Bicentennial Kennedy half dollar was part of a series of commemorative coins issued by the U.S. Mint to mark this milestone. The Kennedy half dollar, which had been introduced in 1964 after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, underwent a design change for this special edition. The coin's release also coincided with a series of other commemorative coins like the Bicentennial Quarter and the Bicentennial Dollar. The coin was minted in both 40% silver and copper nickel clad, with the silver version being the one most coveted by collectors. A total of over 150 million of these bicentennial Kennedy half dollars were minted. However, the non-mint marked version, those without a mint mark, is particularly rare, as the U.S. Mint issued the coin without mint marks for both Philadelphia and Denver productions. As a result, this version of the coin holds significant value. Despite the high mintage numbers, the good condition examples, those with minimal wear and a legible design, are extremely sought after. The market value for this coin can vary significantly based on condition, with well-preserved examples fetching several $100s at auction. In good condition, you can expect prices anywhere $25,000, but those in higher-grade conditions such as extra fine or uncirculated could reach much higher amounts, sometimes even over $29,000. One of the most notable features of the Bicentennial Kennedy half dollar is its reverse design, which is unlike the standard Kennedy half dollar. The reverse of this coin features a drum, the Liberty Bell, and 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies. This was a break from the traditional design, and it symbolized the unity of the states during the birth of the nation. The obverse of the coin, featuring John F. Kennedy's portrait, is the same as the regular Kennedy half dollars, though the year 1776 to 1976 is inscribed on the coin, making it a significant commemorative piece. The coin has a distinct edge as well, featuring the inscription E pluribus unum on the reverse. As with many commemorative coins, the collector interest in the silver bicentennial Kennedy half dollar is high, especially due to its special design and historical significance. The coin holds sentimental value for many Americans, as it celebrates the nation's bicentennial, a period of great patriotic pride. Over the years, this coin has been highly sought after by both general coin collectors and those with a focus on U.S. silver coins. In terms of market value, this coin can see a substantial increase depending on factors such as condition, rarity, and the presence of specific mint marks or the lack thereof. Coins without mint marks, which were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, are particularly valuable. For collectors, finding this coin in good condition is highly desirable, and the demand for these pieces only grows with time. In good condition, the coin is typically valued between $25 to $50. However, higher quality pieces can reach up to $200 or more, particularly if they are graded at a higher level, such as MS-63 or above. Coins graded as MS-67 or MS-68 can even command prices approaching $100,000 or more, depending on the overall demand. It's important to remember that silver content plays a role in its value. Since this coin is made from 40% silver, the silver value itself provides a baseline for pricing, with prices for silver fluctuating over time. In the current market, with silver prices ranging from $30,000 per ounce, the silver content alone can push the value of the coin to around $56,000 per coin. But it's the rarity and design features that truly make it valuable.